it's Deb here up on the Kitaholic Kits channel. I have got a mixed media layout, if we can speak properly, a 12 by 12 layout for you today. Now this is sped up 8 times because I had so much footage. I had to try and get it down, but I wanted to leave a lot of it in so you could see the process. So what I'm doing at the moment is just putting some clear gesso on the background. And I forgot to press record on this bit. I used the Bloom Kaiser stencil that we got a few kits back and some gloss gel, some Liquitex gloss gel to create this textured background. And there's the stencil, and I'm going to show you the gloss gel, which is from my stash. And I just wanted to create just a background for my paint to sit on top of. So I'm using the packaging technique and the paints that we got in the mixed media kit. Just popping some paint on the plastic and spraying a lot of water to make it quite diluted and runny because it is acrylic paint. And my goal here was to get a lot of colour on the right hand side because I knew that's where I wanted my photo, and then taper the colour going to the left hand side. I wanted to taper it off because I knew I was going to put embellishments over on that left hand side. So now that I've used that pretty pink colour, I'm mixing some yellow from my stash with the pink to make a peachy colour, peachy coral colour to match the collection. I'm just checking with some of the papers there to see if that's a good match, and it was. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to spray a lot of water and just blot colour around until I'm happy, really. So as I mentioned before, this part of the video is sped up 8 times. There was just so much footage, I had no choice but to do it. But if you check at the bottom of the video here, there's the little icon where you can make the video full screen, and you'll see a little cog, like 2 little icons up, there'll be a little cog, and you can click on that and slow the speed down if you want to see this in a bit slower. But yeah, I had no choice but to speed it up. So just so I could show you the whole process of the video, of my process, sorry. And the whole video is not sped up this fast. It was just this first half of the mixed media and some of my layering behind my photo. So now I've got my Distress Oxide out. It's abandoned coral. I did pick that up in the Kitaholic shop, and that was a perfect match colour to go with the collection. And I grabbed one of the Corbett Creations chipboard words, and the fastest way and easiest way to get colour on one of these is to grab an ink pad and colour it up. It just dries so fast. So I've just used some archival ink from my stash and coloured that up. And now I'm grabbing the gloss varnish that we got in the mixed media kit and putting a coat on top of it to give it a little bit of gloss. So now I'm up to matting my photo, or put some layers behind my photo. So I did grab a bit of vellum from my stash, and I'm just going to layer some papers behind this Snapchat photo of myself. So I did grab some tulle from my stash. It's a good thing to have in your stash. It adds a nice texture behind your photo or in your layers, and it's just something a little bit different than papers. And I realized there that I got some distress ink on my face, so I will swap my photo out. Fussy cutting some of the butterflies from the pattern paper because I'm going to add them on my layout along with some of the die cut ephemera and some of the vellum accents. Doily from the, was it the embellishment kit? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember, and I only unboxed like 2 days ago. Going through the exclusive cutter parts and grabbing some of them out, and the flowers, oh my goodness, I love them. I did grab some flowers, they're the same brand, but they're more of a coral colour, so I do pull some of them out to put on my layout, and the flowers go on and off, on and off. I couldn't get it to work, so right at the end I did finally get the flowers on there. So my layout is looking a bit warped. I do fix that up, and here we go. I'm going to swap the photo out because I got that distress ink on my face. Just curling up the edges of the layers there. And some of the die cut ephemera I'm going to tuck under each corner, opposite corners on my photo. And I do fiddle around a bit with that. And I was originally going to have the title there, but it does change. So fussing around with my embellishments over here, and I decided I wanted to place a doily to mimic the one that's under my photo and try and get it somewhat straight and in line with the other doily. So I forgot to press record, but I did cut an L shape off this piece of pattern paper, just an inch. It's an inch on each side, and I cut down my layout, half an inch off each side of my layout, and I'm going to mat the top and the left hand side of that. I felt that my layout was a little bit airy, and I didn't want to mat the whole thing with the with that pattern paper, so that's why I did the top and the left hand side. So just putting that doily back down with some labels, some of the stickers from the accessories sheet, sticker accessories sheet. Oh my goodness, I'm tongue tied. Grab some cotton from my stash, and I'm just going to pop it under. I'm going to pop it in 3 spots on here. So it's going to go under this corner, the top right corner, and over in that embellishment cluster to the left there. So I did fuss with this layout like a lot, and I think that's why I got so much footage. It was ridiculous, really. Just trying things out, putting things on the layout, seeing if I liked it, taking it off if I didn't. I did end up pulling out the acrylic little chevron arrows from Corbett Creations. They do stay on the layout. Some of the butterflies that I fussy cut, some from the die cut ephemera. This ink we got back in December 16, and I do want some black splatters on my layout, so I am going to use that with an eyedropper and a paintbrush. Looking at the layout now, I think I will actually. I'm going to put some of that black vine pattern paper over on the right hand side. I'm going to just tear like a little bit out and have a little bit poking, so it looks like it's behind the layout, but it's like a little cheats way. So I haven't done that, but I think I'm going to. So this is where I flattened my layout out. I grabbed another piece of cardstock, putting a lot of tape on the back, and I'm going to just have that behind my layout to help try and flatten it out a bit, because all that mixed media did warp my cardstock a bit, and this really did help. And I did fuss about with the title a lot. I really wanted it over that side. It was too long to go there, and then I thought, hey, I could cut it in half. So it took me a while to get to this stage, but there we go. I'm going to cut it down, and I like that a lot better. And that I do try it over here again, but it does go back to the left hand side there. Putting a date stamp on the little tab there, one of the exclusive die cuts, sorry, and that's going to tuck into my layers behind my photo. And I'm going to glue everything down. I haven't done any journaling on the front of this layout. I'm not sure that I want to, so I may put some journaling on the back, because this was an awesome day. We had so much fun. We took our boat over to South Scrapbook Island, to the top of South Scrapbook Island, and just had heaps of fun playing in the water and fishing, and kids chasing soldier crabs, and it was just a really relaxing day. It wasn't so relaxing getting there. It was really windy, and the boat was just, oh, my bum was sore from being tossed up and down on the seat. But once we got there, it was really, really beautiful. So you'll notice that there's the foam thickers. The hearts are on the layout. They do not stay there. I thought I was going to embellish with them, but they don't end up staying. Sticking down the acrylic chevrons, because I do know that they will be staying. I do like them there. And I think after this I thought I was done, but then I sat there for a while and no, I wanted to put some more on, so I did grab some of the tiny words from the accessory sticker sheet, and I am going to stick them down. I do a little bit of outlining with some pencil, just to draw a bit of attention to it, and I do outline the actual whole white part of the layout in lead pencil as well. So I got my daughter in to say, flowers, no flowers, should I keep them, or should they leave? So, and she liked them in that spot there, so they end up staying. And here's the outlining, just like a sketchy border with lead pencil. And I think, oh, I went around the layers of the photos too. And then I did have to come in and glue those tiny words down. They weren't sticking so well because of all that mixed media that was on the background, which was fine. It wasn't too much of a drama there. So I'm just sticking them down now. And here I go, I'm committing. I'm going to stick down those blooms. So I used the blooms that we got in the kit, and two of them, the coral ones, were from my stash. No, it might have been 3 coral ones I used. They are from my stash. So as I said before, I know a lot of this is sped up really fast, but yeah, if you do click on that cog, you can slow down any part of the video you want to see it. See it a little bit better and slow it down if you wish. I'm going to have some close-up. I'm going to bring the layout up to the up to the camera so you can see it close up, and you'll be able to see the background a bit better. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk today. Also, I did put a flare on over near the title. I used a butterfly flare from the kits, and I did cut out a few little what are they? Leaves. Leaves. They're leaves. And oh, there's so much traffic going by, it's distracting. And I just tucked a few extra leaves under those blooms that I stuck down. So I believe that is it. I finally call it done, and I'm going to bring it up to the camera so you can see it a little bit closer, and the butterflies that are from the vellum accents, the fussy cut butterflies. So the vellum accents you can buy in the shop, and of course that whole pattern paper with the butterflies on, you'll have so many butterflies if you decide to fussy cut them. There's my flower cluster, and you can see some of that gloss gel texture in the background that I used with the stencil. I think I do a freeze frame up here so you can see it. I just love it. I love touching it. It's so nice, and just having the paint there, it's a nice feeling to have that texture in the background. So I'm going to leave you with some stills, and all the links will be below for Kitaholics, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.